Hey guys! So today you and I are going to talk about lying and getting caught. So let's get into it. So I had a person reach out and explain the situation that the question in question was literally, Frederick, I lied about my previous salary and now my new employer wants a printout of my bank state or of my paycheck or like a statement about my salary. What should I do? Yeah. I would just not call in anymore, dude. You are fucked. You are fucked like yeah. This is bad. This is really, really bad. I honestly, I don't think I have. Yeah, I will give you something that may work. That like the only thing that I can possibly imagine is going to save this situation. But I say, if you want my real advice on this, like the thing that I really truly believe is to just say that you had another job offer. Or to basically state something along the lines of that oh, you found this company very interesting, but you have another offer somewhere else. And then don't do this again, you stupid human being. This is the thing. This is not the first time I've had this situation. I've had this conversation with somebody on my comment section, because at another stage I was explaining the same thing where we were talking about in an old video of mine, we were discussing the whole principle of, all right, you got fired for incompetency, and I was trying to explain how important it is that you don't lie. Because you may think that you're a cool little sociopath that can just lie to anybody and then it's never going to come back and haunt you. But these are the sorts of things that can happen. There was a person on the comment section who said, well, you don't have to tell them that you got fired. You don't even have to talk about what you did previously. And I go, yeah, hopefully that's going to work. Hopefully you're just that good of a salesperson, or that they just trust you that much that they're not going to check your references, they're not going to talk to anybody, you're not going, and I mean, of course, there could never be a correlation between, I mean, sometimes there isn't a correlation, sometimes you are just in an unfortunate position, which is exactly what we're talking about there as well. Like, you might be in a situation where you can't really flourish, and then you got fired even though you would do very well in another company. Absolutely. But I will argue that there is sometimes a bit of truth into as to why some people actually lose their job. And maybe there's a bit of personal growth that needs to take place within you or so forth in order to make this not happen again. But lying, when you do that, you are taking a big damn risk. Because if your employer figures out that you are untrustworthy, because that's the foundation of the whole relationship. The whole relationship between an employer and the workforce is that you can trust. You need to have some level of trust. Now, some companies solve this problem by having managers who check your time reporting, and you have to specify everything on a piece of paper saying that, oh, you need to take this amount of leave and so forth, and then you need doctor's notes and so forth because they can't trust that you just went to the doctor. I mean, it poisons the whole relationship if you find this sort of thing out. So for you, I really do believe that the best thing for you to do is to never fuck up like this again. Dude, get your shit together. Don't do this. It's just dumb. It's dumb as all hell. Don't do it. Earn that bigger paycheck by actually producing and actually doing a good job, and just be honest about that. If this is not feasible to you, I'm going to give you the other alternative, and that is literally to try to explain the situation. To just crawl to the cross, dude. Because if they want to see your paycheck, either you have to make up an excuse, and that is also dangerous if you continue this lie downwards, because then you're going to show them a paycheck that might be much different from what you told them, and then they're going to go, why isn't this, I mean, if they're, dude, do you know how many times somebody's asked me to check my previous pay? Never. Because they've never had the sense, like I've never as far as I know, I've never had to give a an employer this sort of thing, because they've never faced a situation where they felt it was unfeasible or unlikely that I was actually being honest. Like, they didn't feel like I was being dishonest with them. So I'm guessing that they're checking you either because you're in your region, this is common practice, or, and if this is common practice in your region, then I don't even know why you did this. And the other part is that they don't trust you. They already don't trust you. So, I mean, your relationship with them is pretty much poisoned immediately if you give them something that validates their suspicion. Then they're going to either dismiss you immediately, or they're going to start asking questions. And sure, you can, as I said, you can continue the lie and try to say that there is, oh, you had a lot of bonuses, or you got perks and stuff like that. You could do this. You could say that, oh no, sorry, this is my gross income, but this is not calculating all the perks that I had and stuff like that. And I mean, if you continue that lie, then maybe they won't look at that as just you giving excuses, because that's the, I mean, if I was in this situation, if I was hiring you, I would immediately just say, oh, we can't hire this person because now this idiot is giving us excuses as to why he was lying in the first place. But maybe they're really thick and they're going to believe you, or they're going to do the other thing that they could do, which is when you're continuing this lie, and that is to call your previous job and ask for a bunch of references, if they're even willing to get that far, which is we put you further down shit creek. So apart from that, I mean, you can basically just tell them and be honest about the whole situation and try to play that card, just to come clean and explain the situation. Maybe that will save the relationship. But honest to God, unless you want to go through that with what I assume is a fairly recent acquaintance, because usually you don't have like an intimate, deep relationship with a future employer, I would just move on. Go to the next interview and don't do something as stupid as this ever again. So what I want you to take away from this is that you can get through life by trying to fuck people over or lie and be dishonest and stuff like that. And sometimes it's gonna work, I'm gonna be honest, because we're not living in a perfect world. But you always run that risk of those lies coming back and biting you on the ass. And it would suck pretty bad if that were to happen when you're actually really, really interested in a positive outcome. Imagine that this person that we're talking about here, this is his or her dream job. This is the best, like this is the thing that they really want. And because they got just a smidge too greedy, they might actually lose this position. This may not be the situation, but are you really, really going to take that risk? And a second question I want to ask you, what type of person are you growing into, dude? Just have a think about that. Have a great day.